What's up with it, YouTube? You tuning into everything boxing. Mister, there he go talking that boxing again. And I don't watch reality TV, I watch boxing. Check out this next video I got coming at you. But before you do that, please like this video, hit that bell icon, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. In this video right here, what I want to do is I want to talk about the rise of our American champion, Deontay Wilder. And I want to let y'all know the first time I ever had any interaction with Deontay Wilder and how real it let me know that he was. The first time I ever met Deontay Wilder, I believe it was November of 2016. It was the first Andre Ward Kovalev fight, and we was at the weigh-ins. When I first seen Deontay Wilder, I was about 100 feet away from him. I was with my lady at that point in time, and I looked over and I said, damn, there go Deontay Wilder, that's the heavyweight champion of the world. And she was like, go over there and talk to him, go get a picture with him, go holler at him. I looked at her and I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I don't want to bother him. He with his people. And mind you, he was with the same people that you see him with all the time today. The same few dudes that you always see him with. So I told her, I said, nah, I ain't gonna go over there and bother him. He with his people. And he probably sick of people coming up to him anyway. Cause at that point in time, I had been to plenty of big boxing events. I had been to plenty of sporting events. But my mentality is these dudes, they ain't no better than us. And, I usually don't bother them when I see them. I give them a head nod and keep walking. My mentality was like, yeah, he a human just like I am. These superstars, they human beings just like I am. They not no better than me. And that's just what it was at that point in time with me. I still feel that way, but now I've changed a little bit. I go up, say what's up, take pictures. But anyway, fast forward. So she convinces me to go over there. So I get about a little more than halfway. And I look up, look at this tall 6'7" dude. And he look at me, and I stop a little bit more than halfway. I stop walking towards him. And we catch eye contact. He look at me, I look at him. And he give me a head nod like, what's up? So I continue to walk. I get over to him and I was like, man, I watch all your fights. I'm a big fan of yours. I really mess with you, man. He like, yeah, man, I appreciate that. He was like, I seen you looking. He was like, man, I ain't no better than you. He was like, if you see me, man, come say what's up. I was like, oh, yeah, for sure. He was like, yeah, man, I don't know what you used to. He was like, but I ain't like a lot of these other dudes. He was like, man, whenever you see me, come say what's up. He was like, I'm a real nigga. And I felt that, I felt that at that point in time. And I was like, yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. I was like, you think I can get a picture? He looked at me. And he was like, hell yeah, you could get a picture. He's like, of course you could get a picture, man. Come on. I took the picture or whatever. He gave me a handshake and I kept it moving. And he got back to mingling with his people, doing whatever he was doing. And it kind of caught me off guard because you really don't see, especially any type of heavyweight champion. It's real rare that any type of heavyweight champion in any sport, MMA, boxing, whatever it may be, act that way and be so down to earth and so real towards a fan, that he don't know. Any type of basketball superstar, you just don't see that nowadays. That really rarely happens. And Deontay Wilder, we always hear him saying, like, I'm no better than nobody else. But on that day, I saw that, and he really showed that. He don't just talk it, he really live like that, you know. And for him to be, you know, heavyweight champion of the world, it was crazy at that point in time, how far I've seen him come now. Because now it's a lot different for him, but he's still the same man till this day. You know, back then when I seen him for the first time, he didn't have a whole group of fans surrounding him, hounding him. You know, it was maybe a few dudes coming up to him here and there, but it wasn't nothing like that. He was out in the open with all of the fans in the stands watching the weigh-ins with everybody else. And like I said, you usually don't see that. You usually see these guys around 25 other dudes. You know, you can't get nowhere near him. But he wasn't like that, you know. And that was pretty amazing to me. Like I said, he just showed me that day how much of a real dude he really was and how down to earth he really was. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to I believe it was October when I went to Los Angeles in October of 2018. Okay, now I got a press pass to the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury press tour. All right, and this is in Los Angeles. So we a few of the press members, myself and a few other, where all the fighters usually stay downtown Los Angeles. We're in the hotel lobby and we waiting to see if, you know, the fighters arrive, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. So, you know, we doing our thing, whatever, hanging out in the lobby. And I believe Tyson Fury, he arrives first. So Tyson Fury pulls up, he's loud, he's singing, you know, same Tyson Fury, doing all the antics he always does. And Tyson Fury, so we walk with Tyson Fury, we trying to get an interview with him, you know. He pretty much ignoring everybody, you know, saying a lot of crazy things, saying Deontay Wilder could suck his balls, and just, you know, what Tyson Fury does. He's being funny, you know. A lot of the things that he was saying, he was being funny. I ask him a question, he just blow me off, he don't answer. A few other dudes, you know, he really not answering any questions. He's just walking fast, getting to where he got to go, and he's being a complete character. And like I said, a lot of it's funny. So a little bit after, and don't quote me, it could be the opposite. It could be that Deontay Wilder arrived first, and Fury arrived last. But that's beside the point. So anyway, when Deontay Wilder arrives, we're in the hotel lobby. Deontay Wilder, he comes out. I guess he comes from the elevator. I think he's coming from his room. You know, he's with a couple of dudes that he's always with. And so, you know, we go approach him, and he's totally different than Tyson Fury. You know, he's speaking to everybody. He's shaking everybody's hand. He's answering everybody's question. He's not blowing nobody off. And I'm like, damn, okay, you know, he's still the same dude that I remember him as 2 years ago. And mind you, this is a huge fight at this point in time. He's much more well known than he was 2 years prior to that. Much more well known. And this is a huge fight, you know. And he's still down to earth, acting like the same Deontay Wilder, you know, acting like that same dude that told me 2 years before that, hey, I'm no better than nobody else. I'm a real nigga. So anyway, later on, they have the press tour. They have the press conference, I'm sorry. And all of the media is in the press conference. After the press conference is done, it's something that you do if you're media. It's media's row. And what happens is the fighters walk down media's row, and they give everybody, you know, they answer all the media's questions. And what fighters usually do is they'll answer questions from, depending on if they're familiar with you, if they know who you are, they'll answer your question. So that's just how it works. And mind you, this is my first time. Neither one of these guys know who I am, just to keep it real. They don't know who I am. This is my first ever press event. So I get in medias row. First, I believe I'm on the side where Tyson Fury, he goes first, where Tyson Fury goes down, okay? So I'm waiting for Tyson Fury to get to me. I'm looking, he's going down. He's answering the questions with everybody. He's looking to see who you are, and then he's answering the questions. Hey, so he gets to the person next to me. He telling them to shoot. They ask him whatever they got to ask him. He answer their question. He get to me. He kind of look at me, glance me up and down, and walk right past me. I'm like, all right, cool. It is what it is. I'm not tripping. So then Deontay Wilder, I'm on his side. It's his turn to go. So, he's answering everybody's questions very well in depth. He's not giving quick answers. He's really answering questions, giving people, everybody the same respect. So he gets to me. He looks at me and he like, go ahead, brother. What you want to, what you got to ask me? And mind you, at this point in time, before he get to me, I'm thinking, oh, this dude, I'm like, he not about to answer my question. He ain't never seen me before. He not about to let me ask him a question and then go off of that. Because like I said, they usually don't do that if they never seen you, if they don't know who you with. And so it kind of caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie, I stuttered a little bit, and so, I shoot, I ask him whatever question that I had to ask him, and he go in, and he goes in depth. He answers it. And I was still shocked, and then he moves along, and he answers everybody else's questions. But I was still kind of in shock, like, damn, he showed me mad respect. And I just go, and then I start thinking about when I first met him again. Like, yeah, man, he told me that he was that type of dude. And every time I see him, he's still showing that he that dude. So I want to let everybody know that's down talking on Deontay Wilder that, I can't feel y'all, everybody that talk bad about Deontay Wilder, because he really a good dude, and he really a down-to-earth dude that don't look at himself no better than nobody else. Even though now he is a mega superstar, and he's been our heavyweight champion for damn near almost 5 years. Coming on up to 5 years now. So I'm going to go ahead and let's fast forward to now. Let's fast forward to 2019. Okay. 2019 is 3 years from when I first met him. And like I said, if you remember when I first met him, he was in the stands with the fans, mingling. He didn't have a million people around him. He had a couple dudes around him, and fans wasn't coming up to him and rushing him. But now he's a mega superstar. And this is called the Rise of Deontay Wilder, because y'all gotta realize how he rised. And he did this just in a short 3-year time span. He did this in a short 3-year time span. Now Deontay Wilder, he can't walk down the street without being mobbed by thousands of fans, and that's anywhere he go, whether it's America or whether it's overseas in England, wherever it is. We seen him, I believe it was in Ireland. We seen those fans mobbing him. He couldn't even move. And the thing is, it's amazing because he pretty much did this all on his own. Self-promotion, and he continued to knock guys out in devastating fashion. Everybody want to hee ha ha and laugh before talking about, oh, nobody knows him. Nobody knows him. Okay, the reason he wasn't really well known before, if that's what you want to say, is because for a long time, for years and years, the Klitschko's took over the heavyweight division, and people in America wasn't really watching the heavyweight division like that. People in America wasn't checking for the heavyweight division. And Deontay Wilder single-handedly put the heavyweight division back on the map in America himself by continuing to knock out these guys in devastating fashion. That's what the people of America, that's what the American boxing fans want to see. They want to see somebody get knocked out in devastating fashion. And Deontay Wilder put the heavyweight division on the map single-handedly himself. You know, and he self-promoted himself by going on all of these social outlets, you know, going on all of these ESPN shows, all of these shows on Fox. He did that himself, you know, and he made himself the mega star that he is now, and he's steady rising. Now you've seen Deontay Wilder just won 2 Emmy Awards, and not only that, he was just voted by ESPN the most popular boxer in all of boxing. The most talked about boxer in all of boxing. Yeah, and he got the reward to show for that. An ESPN reward. And that's amazing. Like I said, because 3 years ago, he was in the stands with the fans and he wasn't getting mobbed by the fans. And he did everything that he did for himself from the ground up. And I think that's amazing. You know, that showed you, you know, we all got to see the real true rise of an American superstar now. And he's only gonna get bigger and bigger, because he's gonna keep producing these devastating knockouts, and he's gonna get bigger and bigger. And I'm letting you know right now, the American heavyweight division, it ain't nothing without Deontay Wilder. And no disrespect to none of these other guys, but like I said, all of these guys need Deontay Wilder, and that's just what it is. And I want to let you know, you listen to the rise of Deontay Wilder, and the first time I ever met Deontay Wilder. I appreciate you for tuning in. And just remember, you listen to everything boxing. Anything ain't everything, but around here, everything boxing. And there he go talking that boxing again.